What's up everybody, it's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video I'm going to be continuing my Overpower Level 8 Sniper Zer0 playthrough, and we're actually going to be starting the Pirate Campaign DLC in this particular episode, Captain Scarlett and her Pirate's Booty. Now this is actually my favorite of the 4 campaign DLCs. First and foremost, it has the best gear in my opinion of any of the DLCs. Obviously Tiny Tina's DLC has some great gear as well, but this particular DLC has the 2 best SMGs in the game, the Sandhawk and the Tattler. It also has the Pimpernel, which is one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best weapon in the game. In my opinion, it's tied for best sniper rifle in the game with the Lyuda, just because the Lyuda is better at certain things, but obviously the Pimpernel's utility is hard to argue with. Beyond that, it also has some other great gear, like the Greed, which is a very fun weapon to use, and the Jolly Roger and Orphan Maker are both great shotguns. And so this campaign DLC has a ton of great gear, and the Evolution is also a pretty solid shield. Now beyond that, I do like the pirate aesthetic. Pirates aren't my favorite thing, but I am generally positively receptive of pirate themes in games and stuff, and I think it's executed very well in this particular DLC. We're about to get started here, and we'll begin to see some of the maps and stuff and how they look. Oasis is a really pretty map, and some of the other maps in this DLC are really beautiful as well. Obviously, Hater's Folly is very pretty. I really like the Rust Yards personally. Oasis is cool, and I'm trying to remember what the name of the map that Captain Scarlett's in. It's the one directly adjacent to this one. Maybe it's on the map right here. We can find the door. No, we can't find the door yet. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's another really cool one as well. And, I mean, just this sign here, it looks really cool. All of this, it just looks really nice, and that's another thing I appreciate in this DLC. I also found Slade and Captain Scarlett to be both funny characters, and so that's pretty cool. Slade is obviously an allusion to Hunter S. Thompson's character in Fear and Loathing, which is a very good book and movie if you haven't read or seen it. We're going to get started here and start killing some of the pirates. I thought that the pirates' enemy design was fairly well thought out. Obviously, sadistic pirates aren't too much different than your average like marauder or outlaw type enemy, but there are some other enemies that are a little bit more exotic and stuff compared to some other enemies. These guys right here, the powder monkeys, are kind of cool. They throw grenades and stuff. They're kind of irritating with melee 0, but they're kind of fun to actually take out with a Pimpernel. So we're just getting ready to kill some of these guys here, and then we'll eventually get ready to go in here and kill the first boss type enemy, No Beard, who also drops a unique weapon. The midgets and stuff, they're all a nice change of pace. The pirate mercenaries are kind of annoying. They're the first enemy I think that disappears. I guess the fire spider ants do exist in the main campaign, but these pirate mercenaries are both annoying, but not quite as ridiculous as the enemies that disappear, the skeleton mages in the 4th campaign DLC, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. And there are just less enemies that I think are poorly designed in this DLC than there are in Tiny Tina's DLC, which is another thing that I happen to like. Obviously, this particular DLC doesn't have Handsome Dragon, which is a big plus in my opinion. So, we got one more powder monkey here, and then I think we'll be getting to No Beard pretty quickly. Now, after we kill No Beard, we get to my least favorite part of this particular DLC, which is where we have to go around and collect the echo recorders in this particular little area. But it does provide the backstory you need to understand Slade and stuff. But, again, it's kind of annoying. Just go ahead and get a transfusion out there just in case he was going to hit us. But he died. Now, this is another thing that I don't find very well designed about this DLC. No Beard is only a one-time spawn, and he does not drop the stink pot every time, which is a little bit weird to me. They should have at least made him respawnable if he's going to be the only enemy in the game that drops the stink pot, which isn't a very good weapon. It's a corrosive-only Jacob's assault rifle, and it's just not that great because, if I remember correctly, it does not score critical hits. So Slade gets introduced here. This cutscene is a little more well done than some of the other introductions in the game, I thought, but you know, oh well. This whole thing here, his little town and him being completely neurotic and crazy and stuff, is interesting. You know, there are a lot of crazy people on Pandora, but he's a unique breed of crazy. So in this particular section here, we're going to eventually get access to the sand skiff, but first we need to talk to all of his friends around here. And you can see that they're dead people that he's propped up and has attached microphones and stereos to, basically. So before we do that, we need to go to the old sand skiff over here. And it's going to blow up and da-da-da. Now, one thing I did really like about this DLC is the storyline. Tiny Tina's DLC has a great storyline as well, but this particular one is pretty cool. I like the idea of searching for a lost treasure, and I really do enjoy Captain Blade's echoes if you do the message in a bottle quest, because I think that those are pretty damn cool. And the idea of working towards a large Leviathan type creature is good as well. I almost wish there would have been a Leviathan based raid boss fight of some sort. Maybe, you know, Leviathan Redux or something. But that doesn't exist, and that's okay. The Leviathan fight is alright. It's not great, but it is okay. It's not bad. And overall, this DLC is just the most enjoyable to me. I think that this map is especially pretty at dusk, which it is reaching now. I almost wish we could go drive around in it just so we could see. One thing that also was kind of disappointing is that there's one character, she's kind of a sarcastic girl. You can get a quest or two at this bounty board from her. And you never get to meet her, which is kind of a shame because I actually enjoyed her little spills as well. I liked her sarcastic attitude and stuff. And we might do some of the side quest in this particular playthrough. So we're just gathering the echoes and sand skiff parts from these guys real quick, and then we'll eventually be able to go down there and fight our first sand queen and those little worms and stuff down there. And then we'll eventually get the sand skiff and we can move on. This little part, you can't really make it go any quicker, but it is one of those deals where the first time it wasn't that irritating, but in subsequent playthroughs it becomes really aggravating because you've already heard all this, and the fact that they make you do it again at the same slow speed that you had to do it the first time is kind of aggravating, but it doesn't take too long, so we'll just try to hurry here. I wonder if he made up personalities for these people, or if they were based on the personalities they had when they were alive. I'm not entirely sure. The maps in this particular area are absolutely humongous. Oasis is really large, the next map is large. Even the Rush Yards and Hater's Folly are pretty large to an extent, and Magnus Lighthouse is a pretty large map in its own right. And I like that we can see it from here. I think that that was a really nice touch. So we're getting close to talking to the guy with the fishing pole now. I guess his name is Lionel. And after we talk to him, we'll be able to go down there and kill the Sand Queens. The whole dried up sea thing is something that they first started to touch on in the 4th DLC for Borderlands 1, the Secret Armory of General Knox and stuff. And I thought that that DLC was pretty solid, and I was glad that they kind of came back to that. Alright, so we'll get close here, and the Sand Queen will come up here and grab this. Excellent. Sandworm Queen, excuse me, not just Sand Queen. And then we'll get ready to kill this thing. It runs over here, and then you're eventually able to get in a fight with it, basically. Wow, it's a longer walk than I remember. Maybe because I had backtracked a little bit. Now, I guess she is a damage over time sprayer. Usually just one hitter with melee 0, so watching out for those little corrosive balls she shoots out. But we killed her, and now we'll grab this part, and we'll be moving on. Excellent. So now we can rebuild the sand skiff, and this should be pretty cool. I thought that the sand skiff was probably the most fun to drive vehicle in the game as well. I like it definitely better than the fan boats from Hammerlock's DLC, and I like them better than the technicals and stuff from the main game as well. They're floaty, they're kind of fun to shoot and stuff, and they're just pretty cool. I like them. Anywho, we're going to rebuild this real quick. This was already kind of touched on in the main game where you rebuild the technical with Ellie, And so this is obviously them just kind of reusing that particular design scheme and stuff, but that's not too big of a deal. So we have to go turn this into Slade now, at which point we could possibly pick up some side quests in here, and I'm debating as to whether or not I want to do that right now. The next thing we do after, oops, I forgot to scan this thing. The next thing we do after this is go meet Captain Scarlett, I think, which could be pretty cool, and maybe we'll do some side quests and then we'll meet Captain Scarlett, and that will be this episode. Possibly.
There. You may now destruct a sand skiff from any catch-a-ride machine. Before you go off to meet Captain Scarlett, though, you must return to me.
They make him seem extremely crazy.
I just enjoyed your presence.
Alright, so we can turn this into him real quick. I guess I will pick up this Firewater quest, because it's pretty cool. We get to go up into this little camp that it looks like they spent a little bit of time on and kill some pirates and some moonshiners and stuff. Help a brother out. I don't remember what that one was. We'll do the Firewater one for sure. Alright, we'll definitely do this one. I'm trying to remember what that other one was. You have to get a ring, right? I can do that. A ring and some other stuff. Oh, and the one where you collect parts for Jacko is pretty cool as well. All of these side quests are actually pretty well done. We're definitely going to be doing this one right now, though. So we'll go ahead and get it. You can choose different ones. I find that the rocket one is probably the best, or the one I enjoyed the most. And so we'll go ahead and scoot this out here. And then we will... oops, those sandworms do quite a bit of damage to the sand skiffs here at overpower level 8. A lot of damage. Oops, I did not mean to blow up my sand skiff there. That's kind of a shame. I wish that didn't happen. Oh well. We're going to do this quest right here because it's fun to kill these little guys. Make sure I have the Firebone of the Ancients attached. Okay, good. And yeah, so this is where we meet our first cursed pirate. And the first time I fought one of these guys, they really weirded me out. I was playing as Melee Zero, and I couldn't figure out why they were gaining health. They actually gain health as they melee you, which is pretty crazy. I guess this guy first. He's more likely to have a gun that can actually reach us, compared to the powder monkeys, which almost always spawn with shotguns, I've noticed. Oops. So these guys, these Grog Masters, are pretty much just suicide lunatics. So these enemies, some of them aren't that different, but there are still enough new enemies that it's worth it to me to play this. And I find that these enemies are probably more inspired than the Torg DLC enemies, which there aren't hardly any new enemies in that DLC at all. So we'll go ahead and get these guys nice and ready to die here. I think there's 2 of them that we have to fight, and I think they have critical hit spots, so they should be really easy to kill. Alright, so those guys are dead. Now we can go ahead and collect this whiskey. I do want to head back into the pirate camp, though, because we'll be able to pick up a new sand skiff in there. It's cool that they have you fight these guys on the bridge here. They may end up knocking you off and stuff, and it's kind of a cool mechanic. Now, another thing that I thought was cool in this particular DLC was that they went ahead and basically just reskinned the ammo boxes and chest and stuff, and I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, I guess that guy blew up on me. Oops. I was paying too much attention to the pretty chest. Ooh, shock damage over time. Not good. Not good at all. We'll try not to die. Maybe those transfusion trails will come, and maybe this cursed pirate will eat us. That would be bad as well. So, I'm going to go back and kill that shock damage over time guy. I'm going to find him and kill him. Excellent. Oh, he got me again. Damn, he's good. If we don't hit him with this shot, we might die. Alright, we hit him. That was good stuff. Are there any more enemies in here? If I take, like, one shot, I might die. Better be careful. I want to get my health back, though. Excellent. We'll get those transfusion trails, and now I can run out of here. I just wanted to get my health back. Alright. so we'll get in this sand skiff here and we'll go turn this in. And then we'll do these other 2 side quests real quick, and maybe we'll pick up the message in a bottle quest as well. Who knows? I used to do the thing where I'd spawn 2 vehicles over here. That way I could teleport back here more easily, but gotten kind of lax on the speed running techniques, I guess. It's kind of cool that you can drive this vehicle right in town on the boardwalk and stuff. It's kind of neat. Oh, we got to give Frank the whiskey, huh? And then we can turn it in. Alright, Frank's just right over here if I remember correctly. Kind of sunbathing, but he's just another dead dude. All of these guys are dead except for Slade. And the tape corrupted thing was kind of funny. Alright, so we'll turn this in real quick. Giving Jacko a leg up. So that's another thing where we have to go collect all these pirate parts. Basically, this is kill 5 or 15 pirates. It's not incredibly complex, but it gets you to explore Oasis a little bit more, which is pretty cool. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. There's quests here on the bounty board as well, aren't there? Maybe we'll just knock all these out, and this will be this first episode. Burying the past and man's best friend. So we'll get those when we come back here. No, we'll just pick them up now. Screw it. Here's that sarcastic girl I was talking about, Aubrey Callahan III. I was kind of disappointed that they never actually brought her in or let you meet her later in the game if you did all of her quest or anything, which was kind of a shame in my opinion. So there's some dynamite that we need to pick up here for the Burying the Past quest, and we'll go ahead and do that. Hopefully our boat doesn't get all eated.
Thanks for agreeing to destroy Graham's old ship.
A rabid stalker and an ultimate badass stalker. That sucks. We'll go ahead and blow up the Cronus real quick, I guess. It's this little thing over here. Now, if I remember correctly, there are a couple pirates over here. So we'll need to be careful and not die since we are extremely low on health. I was going to try to kill this gun enemy. There we go. That's good. So we did get all of our health back already. I accidentally blew up my boat. That's okay. I think we can get another boat pretty near here. And we need to kill those enemies over in that next area where we collect the pirate teeth and stuff as well. Those enemies were on top of each other there, which makes them great boar bait. Whoa! Sniper has some serious firepower. Hopefully, we can get a shot on him. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, that guy has a fire damage over, or shock damage over time sniper. That might kill us. If we don't shoot him before he shoots us again, we'll die. So, luckily, we were able to get that shot on him. And we got our transfusion trails. So, we should be good now. I think that's all the enemies that we needed to kill. So, we'll place the explosives on this real quick, and then we can come up here and scuttle it. And it looks like it's already rotted out, and there's not really anything to find in here, evidence-wise, which is what she's trying to destroy. But who knows? I mean, there's this stuff. I don't know. It's already destructed and destroyed and everything, so I'm not sure why she wants us to blow this up so bad, but we'll do it for her. I don't know if you had a friend stand right next to the ship's hull here, and then you pulled that plunger, if it would actually kill them, but I would assume not. A lot of these scenery explosions that occur in Borderlands 2 usually don't do damage to players, but I can't test that out right now because obviously I'm playing single player. So let's just head up here and scuttle this ship. It's already scuttled. I don't know. Alright, so we blew it to hell.
Now nobody can find out I was ever related to that child schmafficking bitch.
Her sarcasm and, whiny bitchy voice do make me laugh. Alright, so we're almost to where we do the next quest, which is giving Jacko a leg up. We're going to collect some peg legs and gold teeth in here. We are extremely low on ammo and grenades. Hopefully that won't work out poorly for us. We probably should have opened many of the ammo things that were in there, but oh well. We'll kill this thing real quick and see if he drops something for us. Unfortunately, he went underground. Maybe he'll be slagged when he comes back up? No. Irritating. It's not fun to fight that thing at all. I was going to kill him for ammo, but now screw it. Hopefully we don't catch a corrosive damage over time for those guys, because I'm not going to attempt to fight them again. That was irritating the first time I tried to kill one of those things. So, a lot of pirates in here. And we only have 30 rounds of ammunition and 1 grenade. So this may work out poorly, but they did kindly put 2 little ammo things for us here. So we should be able to get some sniper rifle ammo and grenades from there. So now we're doing a lot better. Alright. Getting some good Pimpernel sweet spots on these guys, and they're dying pretty quickly right now. Knock that guy's shield down, and we'll try to hit him, but this dude up here with the shotgun's causing us issues, so we'll go after him first. Excellent. Some of them are making good use of cover up there, making it hard to get critical hits on them. That's okay. We'll line up a good shot here, probably. Excellent. Now, I think there's definitely going to be enough enemies for you to acquire all of the quest items you need. But, I don't think they despawn or anything, so I'm not in a hurry to pick them up. Excellent. I know that you will eventually get a quest where you have to come back through here, and so maybe we should have waited till then to do that, or do what we're doing right now, when you have to do the Abandoner's quest. I guess that is one negative about this DLC, is that they have a couple quests that require you to rerun through some areas, and that's kind of a shame, but it's not a huge deal. Some of these areas were worth running through twice. Cool. That's the Hyperion pistol sound that guy had, right? I think so. Some of the terrain and stuff in here is pretty well designed. I like how a lot of these times you're fighting through destroyed ship remnants and stuff like that. It makes for some interesting terrain to fight in, stuff that you maybe haven't seen in other spots in the game yet. Someone up there has a damage over time gun. I'm not sure if it's Slag or what it is, but we need to kill this guy. It looks like Shock to me. So we need to find that guy and kill him before he kills us. Excellent. Has this guy been shooting at us the whole time? He's dead now too. So this particular area I was able to fight through just by standing down there and making use of their cover basically to position myself between or position myself with their cover between me and them, and they weren't able to get, you know, too many good shots on me because of that. I am going to drop down here and get this just in case we need it. And because I don't want the game to spawn too many peg legs when I really need gold teeth. So I guess that's the only thing that I would recommend, is that you do pick up at least, you know, some of the stuff before you kill all of them. That way the game does spawn the appropriate number of gold teeth. Alright, so we only need 3 more gold teeth. I think that there's a badass that spawns before we get too far into this next little section, so we want to be a little bit cautious about that probably.
Why did the stag cross the road? Because there was water on the other side of the road. He lashed to keep from crying. It is so very, very sad.
Excellent. So that should be enough things to kill, or that we don't have to kill anything more. But we're going to fight our way out of here anyway because I'm having some fun with it. I think that those guys usually blow up after just a few Pimpernel shots, the powder monkeys I'm talking about. Nice. So here's our first pirate chest that we're going to open, I guess. And I noticed that when I was first running through here, I did get some good guns from that when I was first playing through this DLC and stuff, and that was really cool. So I guess that's it. I think that there's another chest if we go all the way up here. The dudes hanging here are a nice touch that is consistent with pirate themes traditionally and stuff. So all pretty cool. And, you know, the aesthetic I think works really well. So, I guess there wasn't another chest up here. There probably was, and I just missed it, if I had to guess. Some more stalkers over here. I'm not in a huge hurry to play with a bunch of stalkers, because we are going to have to kill some for Audrey's other quest, or Aubrey's other quest, whichever it is. Man's best friend. Kill stalker. And pick up engagement ring. We'll do, I think those are in the same area, so we'll do those as well. And so we're working through this particular map, Oasis, pretty quickly, and I think we'll also pick up the other side quest in this area as well. Maybe some of you wanted to see me do some campaign stuff, but I wanted to do some of the side quest stuff just because we were here. When I play through a DLC, not for a video playthrough or anything like that, I usually do the side quest as they occur. Same with the first time I went through the main game, and, you know, subsequent times I went through the main game and wasn't recording them for a, you know, playthrough on my channel or anything. I would often just do all the side quests as they became available to me. I actually like doing the side quest in this game. A lot of them, at least. Some of them are kind of irritating, but a lot of them I do enjoy. Go ahead and hit that just in case it gets us a little bit of ammo. The stalker we need to kill for Aubrey is going to be over here somewhere, and we'll get ready to kill it when the time comes. Makes sense to kill the ads though before we spawn in the boss, just so that we are not going to get ourselves killed. That thing did a lot of damage to me, so I want to kill it. Excellent. So these stalkers, these tri-tail stalkers, are pretty tough. I think that they're a unique enemy, one that only occurs in this particular area of the game. If I had to guess, I think that is correct. Hopefully those are standing near enough to each other that we can get bore on them, but it didn't work out for us. That's okay though. I put on my shock pimpernel for a reason. I guess I should use it. Making use of the terrain here, trying to position myself where the stalkers can't just physically pounce on me, and that worked out pretty well. Alright, so the stalker is going to spawn out over here.
Hey, you found this stupid thing.
It's called Tinkles, which is kind of funny.
Careful. My grandma used to feed orphans to it. So if your parents are dead, like, be careful or whatever. You might be able to smell your...
Oh, we got a good critical hit on it there, and it died. So that's good. So now we'll pick up the engagement ring. Her fake enthusiasm is kind of funny to me as well. Now, if I remember correctly, we do get a lot of dudes spawning in this next little area, coming pretty quickly and stuff, so we want to be careful about how we approach this. Make sure all my weapons that I'll be using in here are reloaded. Go ahead and reload the shock pimpernel just in case I use it. So like I said, the dudes come hot and heavy here. There's already 3 of them on us and stuff, so we need to be really careful about that. 4 of them on us. I'm going to retreat to where I actually have some cover until that transfusion trail gets here. There we go. Alright, so little guy should be coming around the edge here. We'll kill him. That will give us a killer bonus for the other guys. And then it should be a little bit easier to kill them. You can use little guys to get the killer bonus, which isn't a huge bonus, but it does help, you know. It's something that you can definitely use to your advantage when there are little enemies or just enemies that are easy to kill, like those lunatics and stuff traditionally are. Sniper enemy was more important priority-wise than that powder monkey to me, so I wanted to kill him first. I don't know where this guy's at, but we definitely need to kill him as well. Seems like there should be some more dudes spawning, so we want to be careful that none of them spawn right on top of us, but I guess they aren't, so we'll pick up this engagement ring. Excellent, and so on the way back, we'll also hit up this message in a bottle quest.
I feel too shy to propose myself. Could you do me the favor of asking Natalie to marry me?
Overall, Oasis is pretty cool. This is very reminiscent of the General Knox DLC, and it almost lets you know that perhaps they are very close geography-wise on Pandora. When I first saw that, I thought maybe we'd go back into that area eventually, but that ended up not being the case, which was slightly disappointing for me. So, we'll pick up this message in a bottle quest. This is where we first begin to hear from Captain Slade, who is a pretty cool character in my opinion. The three quote-unquote main characters from this particular storyline, Captain Blade, Captain Scarlett, and Slade, are all pretty cool.
You have found one of Captain Blade's bottles. Inside the bottle.
So this is actually where we are going to end up getting the Orphan Maker, which is a very good shotgun if you get it with a particular prefix or accessory. Hopefully that guy with the sniper doesn't take us out from way over here. That'd be a shame. Alright, so we'll jump out of here and we'll go do that Find the Treasure quest. I always have trouble remembering exactly where some of these things are, but if I remember correctly, this one is right over here in this gap. Yes, it is. Perfect. So you just have to find the X and then you find this. And I thought all of these were pretty cool. So we just got it without an accessory here. If you get it with the Rustler's accessory or the, foregrip accessory, then it is truly powerful because it has 4 pellets instead of 2, which effectively increases its DPS by magnitudes. Or maybe not magnitudes, but basically by a factor of 2, which is really nice. So if you listen to all of Captain Blade's echoes and stuff there, they let you know that he's a really troubled captain who mainly cares about his crew, and eventually, they try to betray him, so he ends up killing them. So we'll go ahead and hand in these other 2 quests here, and then we'll go meet Captain Scarlett, and that will be pretty much the end of this episode. I goddamn hate my great-grandma, she says. That's pretty funny. Again, I find her to be pretty comical. It's a shame, in my opinion, that they never let us meet her. So we'll head over to Captain Scarlett's area now, which is called what? Wormwater. I was trying to think of that name earlier in this video. So going to Captain Scarlett, I think we have to fight 5 pirate boats, which may be kind of difficult for us because our boat isn't incredibly healthy, but we'll see what we can do. Obviously, it blew up on me after just a couple sandworms earlier, which wasn't ideal. Oops, already hit another sandworm there. So, and they pop up real quick, like you don't really get a chance. Just driving around this DLC, though, the draw distance and stuff is all really nice, and I think it's a very pretty DLC. The skeletons, even though they exist elsewhere, are a nice touch. Slade, being so neurotic and needy and stuff, is whining over there. This one's pretty cool. It looks like a skag at first, but then it has this bony tail. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it'd be really cool to play through like ancient Pandora that existed way before the events of Borderlands 1. That'd be kind of neat. And they could take you through some areas that you've actually experienced in Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 far before they were ever affected by any characters that you might recognize. And you fight shit like that. That'd be kind of neat. Who knows? So some cool areas in Wormwater as well. I like the quest where you have to fight your way back through there and not get knocked off the boardwalk and stuff. That one's pretty cool. We'll jump down here though, and we'll begin to fight all of these pirate ships that we're going to need to fight. I think that there might also be sandworms down here. So we'll have to avoid damage from these pirate ships, or pirate skiffs that are going to come, and also avoid getting destroyed by these sandworms, or by driving over these sandworms to be more accurate. So we'll avoid them if we can. Oh my gosh, I backed over a sandworm there, and now I'm at like a quarter health. That is not any good at all. Ugh, hit another one. I guess maybe the damage you take from them is dependent on how fast you're going or the angle you hit them at. I need the health in my sand skiff to recover though. Alright, so 2 raider skiffs here right now, and we'll eventually be able to take those out. Luckily the sandworms are drawing their aggro a little bit. That's good. Good thing I didn't try to kill all those sandworms, I guess. Excellent. So we killed 1 of the raider skiffs, 2 of the raider skiffs. It's weird that they don't have a little counter in the quest objective like they ordinarily do when you have to kill multiple of something. But I think it's 5. I'm pretty sure it's 5. Excellent. Oh, just 3. Huh, that's pretty cool. What if I hit it really slowly? See, that didn't do that much damage. What if I hit this guy really slowly? Oh, it's dependent on how much health they have left, I think. So we'll go ahead and come over here. Can this kill us? Aw, man. I wanted it to kill my boat. I think it can definitely kill you as a character if you're standing underneath it, because that's happened to me before. It just kind of pushes the skiff out of the way, though. So we'll climb up here and we'll go meet Captain Scarlett. That's her logo there. And does she have that logo on the Pimpernel? She's got something kind of similar, I guess. So that's not her ordinary. Maybe that's just her boat logo. Because I think the logo on this is very similar to the logo on the Greed. So we'll head up here and we'll meet Captain Scarlett. I think we get a pretty cool cutscene here. Nice. I do believe that Captain Scarlett could very well be a playable character in a future Borderlands game. It'll be interesting to see. I know that some other people have had that theory as well.
If you're looking for the treasure of the sands, you've come to the right chick, but
she has the Greed in her hand there. I thought that was a cool looking pistol when I had first seen it, and I was glad that we eventually get a chance to get that pistol, which is nice. And the whole time that you do this Captain Scarlett thing, it's, you know, very obvious that she will stab you in the back. The game even alludes to it in her title card thing there. So, pretty cool. We'll talk to her here. And this box was also interesting to me, and we'll get to that a little bit later as well.
oh, right, I should probably.
Alright, so this is where we'll cut this off. The next episode, we'll go ahead and get the first compass piece and the second compass piece and do some more of this particular DLC. As always, guys, I thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you haven't yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.